Tag TV and Tag Radio be seen and heard by both technology users and technology producers throughout the state of Georgia and around the world. Low cost, big benefits, powerhouse online branded video and audio has arrived. Tag TV, Tag Radio, there's a lot more to know. This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you by GlobalSpeak.com, new media consultants, corporate video and audio communications, video and audio production and distribution, live and virtual event production. Tag TV and Tag Radio is a service of GlobalSpeak.com, creatively delivering powerful marketing, video, and audio solutions. How can you beat or avoid competition? What decisions would you make if you knew the future? How would you define your strategy or direction in making decisions or allocating resources to pursue opportunity and minimize risk? Procurement, finance, sales, and marketing. What about technology? Greetings, everyone. It's Thursday, March 24, 2011, and this is a special Premier Member Showcase Focus edition of Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. Collaborative business commerce, the combination of advanced technology with the world's largest web-based trading community. Imagination? No, reality, as Tino turns his focus on Tag Premier Member Ariba and its Vice President of Marketing, Rachel Spasser. What if you could discover, connect, and collaborate with a global network of partners, more than 340,000 partners, all focused on simplifying inter-enterprise commerce and enhancing results? Tino goes inside Ariba's Commerce Cloud to gain unique insights into the world's largest web-based trade community as he tech talks with Rachel. Her role as Ariba Marketing Vice President makes her responsible for design and execution of the company's demand generation and demand management programs. Rachel has over 20 years' experience, the last 13 years focused on business-to-business technology space. Prior to Ariba, she worked in executive marketing roles with software and internet-related companies, including IBM, Knowledge Storm, and Cox Search. From its unique cloud-based global impact on commerce to social media-like tools' impact on your company's bottom line, it's a Tag Premier Member Showcase Focus on Ariba as Tino speaks with Company Vice President Marketing, Rachel Spasser.
Rachel, thank you for joining me on Tech Talk today.
It's great to be here, Tino.
So everyone is talking about cloud computing. I'm noticing it more and more on television ads, and everybody's in the cloud. And we're also, from a technology community space, we're talking about how it's impacting the impacting globally. So a good place to start would be, how's Ariba using cloud to change how commerce is conducted globally?
It's a great question, Tino, and really Ariba's using the cloud to connect, inform, and make companies more efficient in their B2B commerce. So the cloud enables companies to connect with their trading partners, buyers and sellers, as well as their banking and other finance partners. It enables both buyers and sellers to have access to a greater amount of information and greater visibility into the transactions between companies. And ultimately, it makes companies more efficient in their dealings with their value chain and their supply chain.
And would you say that the cloud-based solutions are actually simplifying the business commerce aspects?
Absolutely. I mean, Ariba is on a mission to consumerize business commerce, and what that means to us is, in essence, to simplify the way that commerce is done and to make commerce between companies more similar to personal commerce. So it's helping companies buy more effectively, sell more efficiently, and manage their cash more strategically.
We've probably gone beyond the early adopters, but there's still a lot of companies out there that aren't convinced that new media or social media-like tools can be applied to the business world. What do you think about that?
You know, I think that a few years ago, companies could probably convince themselves that was the case. But at this point, it's not really a question of if these social media-like tools are going to play in the business environment, it's really already happening. So I'm not sure that you can deny the fact that these tools are having an impact in the business world. And if you think about it, why would a business not want to get ratings and reviews of potential suppliers when they're looking to make purchases? Certainly they count on their peers to provide information to them, just like you would in a consumer setting. So if you were buying from a book from Amazon, you would look at what buyers of that book in the past said about it. And, it's the same in the business world. In fact, when you're making purchases that are much more expensive than a book or much more strategic to you than buying an iPad, you really count on information from peers and others within your business community to help you make the right decision.
Well, bottom line might be for some companies that it's about money and what they can make or what they can save. So can you make the argument that social media-like tools will impact the company's bottom line?
Absolutely. I think both from the buyer and the seller's perspective, right? If social media-like tools help you buy more effectively, then ultimately you're saving money to the company, whether it's in the actual price of a good or whether it's in the hassle that you have on the back end if you're buying from a supplier that has a negative rating from others and that causes issues once you establish a relationship. On the sell side, absolutely, you want people talking about you and referencing you and recommending you, and that can have a huge impact on your ability to sell into new markets and to gain new customers. I'll give you an example. Ariba has a service called Discovery, and it really connects buyers and sellers. So if a buyer needs a new supplier, they can go on to Discovery and find over 300,000 suppliers and get information on those suppliers, including ratings, but also information like credit information, et cetera. So for a buyer, that actually saves them a lot of time. And vice versa. For a supplier, they may be put in front of someone that they never would have had the opportunity to have a conversation with as a result of Discovery, which is a social media-like tool.
Put your crystal ball on for a moment, and if you look 3 years out, let's say, what does the future look like for business commerce?
It's an interesting question, and I think the evolution is going to be similar to what we've seen on the consumer side. We often see that consumer leads the B2B space by a couple of years, and I think we're seeing the same thing as it relates to commerce, where you see the ease with which commerce is done on the consumer side, whether that's how do you find new sources of whatever you're looking for as a consumer, or how do you pay for it? It's really a seamless process at this point. You go to eBay and you find a buyer, and that buyer, a supplier of whatever you're looking for. Let's say it's, jewelry. You find a seller, and that seller has a rating, and they have what you want. And if both, look good to you, you make a purchase. And you pay for it with PayPal or with a credit card seamlessly. You don't really think about all the transactions that need to happen in order to make that work. And in a few days later, your jewelry arrives in the mail. And that's not the way that commerce is done today from a B2B perspective, but we absolutely see it moving in that direction. So if you're a purchase agent at a large company and you need to purchase office furniture, in a few years, it's going to be the same as if you were purchasing a piece of furniture for your house online.
So I asked you to think about crystal balling it and putting it 3 years out. So I have time for one more question, and let's go back to today. And, obviously there's more collaboration out there, more tools, more intelligence, more analytics. And more feedback in terms of consumer, business-to-business as well, interests and outcomes. So is this going to have an immediate global impact?
Yeah, in fact, I truly think it already is having a global impact. So when you look across large corporations, they do business globally today. And the degree to which they can be more connected and more informed and more efficient is going to have an impact to their bottom line immediately. So, I think we're already seeing some of that impact. And as more companies adopt the commerce cloud, I think that we're going to see more and more of that bottom line impact across the globe.
Well, Rachel, thank you for joining me on Tech Talk today. Thanks to Ariba for being a great TAG Premier member. We now have 127 of them, and it's been growing. And good luck as you move forward in this new world of collaboration and use of these tools that we discussed.
Thanks so much, Tina. We appreciate your time.